Hello. Okay, we're trying something out. I'm filming on my laptop right now. This camera is so crap. Good God, is that how people see me? Basically, you can't. Hi. Hello, I'm a giant pixel. Um, I hope that you can hear me. I've heard, or people told me before that the mic's pretty good for how shit the quality of the camera is. The mic's okay, so I'm about half a meter away from my laptop, so hopefully it does work. So I'm currently here on my like this little workstation that my boyfriend set up. So we've got a big monitor right here, and then my small laptop up here, and the laptop is what I use to run the monitor with. So I'm not having a second computer, I'm not having like a stationary desktop or anything. I'm just using a monitor that is connected to the laptop. I'm a pro, I know. Hopefully you can't see the block of books sitting in front of my face, but I'm kind of reaching over the books that are down here and my headphones and all that. So I've got about 12 books lying around on this desk because I need them for my thesis that I'm currently writing. And yeah, also I thought I'd take this time as it's 2:30 right now before my roommate comes home. So hello. I've got a candle burning in the background, or you can see it. It's behind me. It's vanilla scented and it's almost done, which is quite sad because I really like the smell of it, and I sometimes light it in the hallway and in my room and in this room to get the all the smells of food out, because nothing really gets rid of the smells of food whenever you cook something, because we don't have ventilation in the kitchen. The only thing we can do is open up a window to let air in, but we can't really let the smell out. So I'll just burn some candles to mask the smell of food. Great. Great. So this is going well. It's weird to vlog without the phone in front of my face, but I thought that today I'd talk about a topic that I talked about before, and that's my hair, and kind of my hair journey and kind of my hair story. I don't know if this video is going up at all. I don't think so, because I look like a potato. But I really wanted to film most of my face. It looks so white today. I don't know if I'm swollen or something, or if I slept weird, but I feel like a bloated potato. So that's that. Love this self-perception today. Really, it's going great. Anyway, the hair journey and the hair story. So I straightened my bangs out today. I did wash them in the sink yesterday and blow dry them, but they didn't really lay right. So I thought, let's give it another try before my mum comes to visit this weekend, and just do them and make them look nice. I mean, they always kind of look nice because I care about them a lot. So I will blow dry them after I get out of the shower. Or after I've been out in the rain for a long time. It's just something, it's like a self-care ritual kind of that I like to do. Caring for the bangs and giving them a good wash and blow drying them to make myself feel nice. It's just something that instantly cheers me up when I'm in a bad mood, to do something with the bangs. Also, they got to a point finally where it's hard for me to see. I'm so happy about that, because, and now I'm getting into what I wanted to talk about. I'm so happy about that they now reached a point where it's hard for me to see, because I've not had that for 6 years. 6 whole years. The last time I looked like this, and I mean like this, with this length of hair and bangs, was in 2015. So I got my thyroid surgery in 2014, and around that time and a bit before, whilst my tumor was growing, I guess my hair started to thin out and to break off, and it got really brittle and fragile. That sometimes happens with hypothyroidism, even years later, even while I was on medication after my surgery. About 2 years after surgery, so until 2016, my hair thinned out a lot, tremendously. I would see them I brush after brushing or in the shower. They would just snap off, they would just break off halfway and would have no strength left or fall out from the root. So I lost a good amount of hair during that time, and also I kind of developed this sort of obsession with it, this OCD hair thingy, and it was really triggering. So in 2016, I busted all, I shaved my whole head, and I've been struggling to grow it out because my OCD worsened. I can't, like, I've never been diagnosed, and I don't want to go to a therapist because that would be weird. My family were probably wondering, are you good? The answer is no. But for the last 5 years, I've been really struggling, and whilst I had the buzz cut growing out and had a pixie cut, I would constantly snip at it if it was uneven or didn't feel right, or if I was emotional after getting home from uni or school or I had a bad day, I would snip away at it sort of as a relief. But the thing is that cutting your hair constantly, same as with pulling with trichotillomania, it's kind of some sort of self-harm because you do damage and permanent damage to your body. Obviously, cutting the hair isn't too bad because it will grow back, but if you, for example, pull at the same spot or in the same spot for a long amount of time, like a longer period, the hair will just not grow back. Luckily, I don't pull my hair because it hurts. Like I couldn't. But what I did was, I think I read it up online. The term would be trichotemnomania. I would cut it. So that is what I would do. Whenever it was uneven, I would snip at it. Um, and I picked up some hair cutting techniques here and there. Like I didn't do a bad job, like I could hide it. But the area that I would always attack were my bangs, just because they were in the front and they kind of triggered me because after growing the buzz cut, they were so short. And I don't know what it was about that area or what it is about that area that kind of triggered me. And I would always snip away at my bangs when I was stressed. And I did that for years, and that kind of prevented me from growing the pixie out fully because obviously, whilst having a pixie, you can't really keep the length growing while keeping your bangs super short. That kind of looks weird. But while I had the pixie haircut, that kind of disguised the short bangs because it was all short. But I don't know what happened in 2019. I kind of got over it a bit. Like I did self therapy, shadow work, whatever you want to call it, for all those years, where I would record myself similarly to what I do now and talk to myself about how I feel, why I feel triggered, what I did, why I picked the scissors up, how I felt about that, and also how devastated I am because obviously my hair was something that made me feel less womanly and less secure in my body while it was so short. I'm not afraid to say that this is sort of a security blanket, and that did not go away after buzzing it. Uh, it actually got worse, if I do say so myself. It got worse. Lots of girls at uni that I study with shave their head while we were studying together, and whenever I asked them why they did that, they said out of like a move out of a feeling to be empowered, or they wanted to be empowered, like an empowerment move. And I get that, and I do understand that, and I admire their bravery and that they actually felt better afterwards, but I never did. I never felt as ugly in my life as I did with short hair, boyish hair. Um, so it was really hard to grow it out, but something clicked in 2019 where I was like, I really can't living like this, like I'm wasting the beginning of my 20s being unhappy, longing for longer hair. I can't do it anymore. And that was the year where I kind of subconsciously decided to grow it. I didn't make the decision. Um, I didn't make an active decision. I didn't put down a date or something and say from this day on I'm going to grow it out. It just luckily kind of happened organically throughout the year, where it would slowly grow over my ears and grow into a really short bob. And you can see videos of that back on my YouTube channel. And while growing the length out, I would always keep my fringe, and I had a pretty nice fringe around that time, same length kind of as it is right now. And then the beginning of 2020, I finally, like last year, reached a length about like chin length or a bit longer. Yeah, about like hair, where my hair had grown out into like a short bob, and the length had finally grown. And I still had my fringe because I really liked trimming it, but something that also happened is a huge setback happened back in March of 2020. I'm not talking about the pandemic. The pandemic is a whole another ordeal, but with me, where I kind of had my last final breakdown, my last OCD breakdown in the bathroom, where I was standing there looking at myself in the mirror, and I was so unhappy, and I was kind of nervous about something. I think there was an exam coming up at uni or something else, and I was really nervous. And I stood in the bath and I gathered my whole fringe and just grabbed it here at the root and just snipped into it right at the middle. And I watched the strands fall down the sink, and I looked at it and I touched it and I felt it, and that was really satisfying, and it felt really good. But then I looked up in the mirror and I burst into tears because I cut my fringe into shreds. Only the middle, really. It was that short. It was right at the root. Huge chunk missing. And I was like, you bloody idiot, you've done it again. You're going to be so sad for the rest of the year. And I grew that fringe out during the whole of 2020 because, and I'm not joking, my hair doesn't grow. Like, it barely grows. Like, this is all the growth I had since, August of 2019. It could be way longer by now, but my hair just does not move. I think it's due to my hypothyroidism. Same with my nails, they also grow very slowly. But my hair does not grow a centimeter a month as it should. I think it grows about half a centimeter. Like, it does grow really slowly. And my bangs, they seem to just not move. This tiny strand of hair, like this chunk in the middle that you can see right here, it took all the way from March until like January of this year to grow it to here. I'm not joking. August of last year was the first time where I could finally wear it down again, where it wouldn't stick up, and it was like a microfringe up here. And from August all the way to January is where it grew from there. Like, from August it grew all the way down to here till January. Like, that's nothing. That's nothing. And I kept trimming it in the middle and keeping the sides longer, as you can see, because I didn't want to have a block of fringe. But I managed to now it's May. It's the middle of May of 2021. Like, 1 year and a couple months later, and I've now grown a full fringe that is down to past my eyebrows. That is my really long story. I don't know if anyone is still here listening, but I do not want to get rid of the bangs because and this sounds really weird too, they remind me of what I've overcome, not only with finally growing the pixie out and getting over the hair OCD that kept me from growing it in the first place, but also to finally let go of this area that I would always attack my fringe, and finally live in peace and feel calm about it, not having the urge anymore to attack it or snip at it. I sat myself down and I talked to myself during the fall of last year, and I was like, I never want to go through that again. I was so mad and sad at myself for all of 2020 during the summer, while all the girls on TikTok were cutting their curtain fringes and looking lovely, and I was sitting here with like short strands down the middle of my forehead, like looking like an idiot, complete idiot. Also, I feel really mad about it because I couldn't talk to anyone about it except for my boyfriend. And I think I told my parents about the whole hair OCD cutting last fall as well, because now I could come clean. I no longer had a pixie, and I wouldn't need to explain why I was still so short. Like, it was grown out, and then I could talk about why I would always keep cutting it. I don't know if they understood that. Maybe they think I'm crazy, but yeah, I finally let that part of me go and let the last 5 years come to an end, and like let that rest. And that felt really nice, like talking to myself, having therapy sessions with myself. And now it's May, and I'm at the point where I can't see and I can't tell you how happy that makes me. And I'm going to keep the fringe as like a badge of honor, like a token that reminds me of the strength I have developed, if you can say so, where I no longer have the urge to cut. And that's really nice. And now I'm going to grow it into a really nice longer fringe, like kind of see-through, keep the middle shorter and grow the side pieces longer, kind of like Taylor Swift in her red era, or kind of like Dakota Johnson. That's what I want to wear, because I love middle parts and I can't wear the middle part whilst growing the fringe, so I'm just going to keep the fringe so I can wear a middle part and also have a nice fringe. So there's my hairstyle. The rest of it is hopefully going to grow, but that is kind of my struggle. I just wanted to share it on here. Still, I don't know if I'm gonna upload this. Probably nobody's gonna watch 15 minutes of me rambling about hair and my obsession. But that is just something I thought I'd share. Why not? Nobody watches the channel anyway, so why not just talk about it? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I guess. I mean, if you want to, you could ask some questions in the comments, but you really don't have to, because it will probably make me really emotional reading them and replying, because I feel weird about this hair cutting thing. But if anyone else has gone through that, feel free to share your own stories, maybe. I don't know if you want to. All I see on YouTube, really, or on social media, is trichotillomania awareness, like the awareness of plugging your eyebrows or your body hair or your head, like the hair on your head, but nobody ever talks about the obsession or the urge to cut. So I kind of feel really strange, and as if that weirdness, that tick of me is not real, like as if it hasn't been real, but it has. And I've struggled. I've sat in front of my mirror in the middle of the night on my floor with the basket in front of me, just snipping away because I couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, really weird. I'm so sorry for this long ramble, but I guess now it's out here and now I feel free and relieved, so that's great. If anyone cared to watch, thank you so much. Please don't laugh at me. But yeah, I feel a lot wiser now. I feel that I've grown a lot as a human being within the last 5 to 6 years. And I'm extremely happy about this milestone. And I'm now at the point where I started, but I've learned so much since then. So I'm really grateful and happy and thankful for the journey that I've been through. Because if it hadn't been for the journey, I wouldn't have learned so much. And yeah, and I'm gonna go blow out the candle, because the scent of vanilla is really getting into my head. I keep getting headaches from like scented candles if I have them on for too long, or if from like incense. I can't smell that for too long, it just gives me a headache. So I'm gonna go now, continue with my work, and see you soon, I guess, hopefully with better quality. And yeah, so enjoy, and have a nice beginning of summer. Or something. So yeah, see you. Goodbye.